Hey guys, I'm sorry I haven't been doing my video reviews lately. I'm actually in America, if you haven't been keeping up with my Twitter. I've been here for about 3 weeks. I'm going to be here for another week and a half, which is very exciting, but it's also very, very busy. So whenever I've been able to do a review, I've just said, you know what, it's easy to just do it as an audio thing. But right now, where I am, I have more ability to actually go out and film something, which is what I've done for you guys. So right now, I'm going to be doing the 1984 Ghostbusters, the classic Ghostbusters, the Ghostbusters, before the new one comes out. I'm going to be seeing it tomorrow, so I'm very excited for that. But I wanted to just sit down, watch the original, give my thoughts on it, and to help me is my friend, Allyson.
Hi.
Hi. I have been talking to her for 3 years on
Forever.
Skype, and I finally met her, and now she's going to be helping me with this review. So let's do it. Ghostbusters! Something strange in your bed. Ow, who you gonna call? Nah. Ghostbusters. She never does it. So Ghostbusters 1984 is, like the original. Why do I keep saying 1984? Backtrack about like, I don't know, last year we would just be saying, so Ghostbusters, it's just Ghostbusters. But now it's Ghostbusters 1984. Why?
Well, people are going to just say the new one. They're not going to have to specify the original.
Why do we have to say the classic Ghostbusters? It was just Ghostbusters. One word. Nonetheless, Ghostbusters is, if you don't know what it is, it's a classic movie. I mean, everyone's heard about it who's ever heard of movies, basically. It's one of those things.
Me.
Yeah, exactly. Me and her have both seen it hundreds of times, at least, collectively.
But
maybe.
I'm not nearly as
into it.
into anything.
You're not that tall. You're not that tall, dude. Get down there. We've seen it plenty of times, and we understood that it's a great movie, so we both wanted to watch it before we went out and to go see the new movie. And I mean, my opinion is still the same. It's still fantastic. It's still great. It's still one of those classic movies.
The only problems are like minute.
We'll get onto the problems. There are
kind of this professional here.
I still look back on movies and I still can pick out tiny little flaws that, otherwise...
Tiny little?
She's not making it easier. Tiny little flaws that I never saw before. And I did that with this movie. So, like I said, it's still a great movie. It's still fantastic. It's still wholly awesome. The cast is brilliant. The camera stuff and music, the production design, visual effects, everything. The script is so funny. It still holds up. There's no way that it can't hold up.
This guy right here, just extra. Look at him. Look how happy he is. He's just like, Ghostbusters, yes.
This is what she pointed out. So what was the first thing that screamed to you like, I don't like that.
So I feel like when she gets possessed, which I understand she needs to have very interesting movements because she's showing that she's possessed. But I just feel like they make her overly sexualized in those movements. As opposed to when the guy gets possessed.
Rick
This
Moranis.
is why he does this, because he knows the names of everything.
Rick Moranis.
When he gets possessed, he's just kind of crazy. But she's
yeah, Lewis.
Like,
Lewis is kind of like he's still himself. Well, you're all powers and flames, and as he runs off, he's still kind of whoa. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
But she's take me now.
Yeah, Dana's take me now.
Yeah, it's kind of
creature.
ridiculous. And I don't know why I raised
You.
it. When she is sucked into the room, they grab her all sexually too.
Yeah.
And it's I understand she's pretty.
If you actually look it up, those were real hands. So someone actually was paid.
the first one was just
yeah, someone was paid to cop a feel, basically, on Sigourney Weaver, which she was fine with, because if you've seen Alien, she gets all stripped down. She hasn't seen Alien.
So I kind of think that the new one, even though it's a complaint, they're using all women in the cast, and
she just wants to be tall.
I feel equal, feminism. That's what this point's about. Thank you.
Anyway,
I feel like they're using all women in the new cast, and like, there's very mixed reactions.
To
that, but it's kind of a step up from over sexualizing one of the only female character other than the secretary.
Yeah, you got Annie Potts as the receptionist. I don't even know what her name is. I forgot what her name is.
I just called her the secretary. But exactly, a secretary woman isn't exactly
That's it. I mean, it's nothing to knock the movie. We're not saying this movie is sexist.
Time.
Yeah, it's the time. People weren't really...
Although the 80s, I mean.
Yeah, people weren't really that aware of like, we have to make every single female character in this movie, a strong female who can't talk about a man, is not saved by men.
It's just current.
It's really... But it's also one of the things that's like, you notice it,
you
but
still like it.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin the experience.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Power grid was shut off by Dickless here. They caused an explosion. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
We watched this last night. We were very tired when we were watching it.
Oh my god, if you include any of that footage. This is how I normally like. I'm not usually this
she's
upset.
nice and bubbly. Look, she's bubbly, she's pretty. She's like, hello everybody.
I'm pretty?
Yeah, you are pretty.
I'm pretty!
Yeah, you're pretty. We'll get up to like 1 a.m. watching this, and she was just...
You stay up until 1 a.m. while he's analyzing a film, and he's like, what do you think? What do you think?
And you were like...
Ghostbusters.
There was still some kind... There were like a couple of scenes where I was like... Just speed it up, come on. Like, when I said this to her. There's one scene that if it was cut out, I really wouldn't have a problem with. And it's when they're just about to get into... the Central Park building, take on goes, climb the stairs, all that sort of good stuff. Mm-hmm. But before then, they get to the building, and then there's an earthquake, and then they fall down there, but then they get back up, and they're all fine.
Right.
Why did they need to do that? Why couldn't they just get there and get into the building 2 seconds? Because everyone was
wanted to make it dramatic. I don't know. Like, if you took it out, it wouldn't really change anything.
Exactly.
I guess it was for drama and the sake of, like, oh no, we're almost there. Dang, we're not almost there. Now we're almost there. I don't know. It didn't really build any tension the way it was supposed to. It's just kind of like, why?
Yeah. We are nitpicking. Because this is a great movie.
Oh, you can't argue that it's good.
It's a great... Yeah. It's not just a good movie. It's a great movie. You can agree. It's a great movie.
Great. Good. Synonym. I'm not a critic.
Personally, I think there's a difference between the two. But nonetheless, Ghostbusters is still great. It's still fantastic. Even 35 years since it was made, it still is just like, you can go watch it and go, you know what? That was just so much fun. And hopefully this new one will have that same effect. We'll go in and we'll come out and go, you know what? That was a lot of fun. That was funny. The visuals were cool. Music was great. If it does the same thing, I'd be satisfied. But if it's kind of like the same sort of Melissa McCarthy, like, oh, look at us, we're all funny, but they're not really actually doing anything, then I'm gonna be a little annoyed.
It matters more about the movie around it than big people, names of people in it.
Yeah, so get excited for our 2016 Ghostbusters review, but in the end, we'd have to say that Ghostbusters is still great. Maybe a couple of scenes don't exactly hold up, but those are just nitpicks. The entire movie is still a great cultural experience, and it will be remembered many, many years down the track.
Of course,
that's for sure.
It has been already.
Yeah, exactly. And it is definitely a film that you should throw all your money at, because guess what? Everyone has already thrown all their money at. People threw all their money at it in 1984. People throw all their money at it now. They bring out games. They bring out T-shirts.
This bit's called Ghost Logo. Look at her face. Look at her face. So when she realizes... Look at this, look at his face. He's getting a blowjob from a ghost. Oh god.
Do you believe in UFOs, astral projections, mental telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic movement, full trance mediums, the Loch Ness Monster, and the theory of Atlantis?
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
Yeah.
We like it. It's good. End of story.
So Ghostbusters. I'm not going to ask, have you seen it? Who hasn't seen it? That isn't like,
comment below if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'd actually like to know who actually hasn't seen Ghostbusters. It's like Star Wars. Who hasn't seen Star Wars?
Your girlfriend.
That's true.
Hi, Taylor.
Sorry, Taylor. Tell us what you think about classic Ghostbusters movie. Tell us what you think about the new Ghostbusters movie.
Ghostbusters.
Have you already seen it? Some people might have already seen it. It came out yesterday. So tell us what you think about it.
We're seeing it tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't really care if you spoil it.
I do.
What? Oh, I don't care. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to spoil it for me. At I am the movie god.
He doesn't even know his Twitter handle. Professional movie critic here.
Remember, push that little red button.
Click the button.
Thank you.
Click the damn button.
Shut up. Thank you so much for watching.